It's a new morning and Tegan and I are back at the Goodwill. Let's see what we find today. Are we at Goodwill? Yeah? Uh-oh, your sticker. Can't lose your sticker. So Tegan and I just got to Goodwill and here I am going over to ask her if she wants to get out. This is when she dropped her sticker. But anyway, let's get out of the car and head on into the Goodwill. Grab my reusable bags to try and save the environment, of course. Our Goodwill always has carts that are stuck together. Do you guys have that problem at yours? Because it's really frustrating, especially when I have Tegan with me and have to go through 15 different carts just to get one that I can put her in. Sometimes I just give up and don't even take a cart when she's not with me. But, of course, started in the shoes, as I always do. It was pretty bare today, but I did still find a couple pairs. So right there, I just found some Timberlands, which I'll go through later, but Hein saw them. They ended up being in his size, so he is keeping those ones. I had a really bad habit of dropping shoes today. Oh, there's another pair of Timberlands I picked up, and yet another pair of boots I dropped. These ones looked like they were well made, but I couldn't find any comps on them, so I do end up putting those back later. Here's a pair of Uggs in excellent condition and a unique style, so I grabbed those as well. So the boots were not lacking today, but running shoes, sneakers, all of that, there was barely any there. These are some Minnetonka moccasins, which are actually a pretty great brand. I do end up putting those back later just because I had a lot of pairs of shoes and they did comp okay, but not amazing. You also just saw me grab those Tom's shoes, which sell for about $50. Of course, I go over to check the purses, but I don't want to waste too much time by them today because Tegan does have a time limit and you never know how long she's going to handle before we have to go home. I do also stop at the sporting goods, but don't find anything great, so I do move on from that pretty quickly. You can see I am comping some boxing gloves, and they have okay comps, but Goodwill was asking about $6 for them, and they only comped for about $20, so I did put those back. Of course, I then went into the stuffies, trying to distract Tegan with any cute animal I can. There were quite a few people down this aisle, so I was kind of squished in the corner for now. And so we did move on, but we'll go back to that later. I then went and checked out the electronics, and the first thing I saw was this crock pot. It's a Temptations crock pot, so I did end up grabbing that and keeping it. I then went down the little trinket aisle, which is always fun. I found a Winnie the Pooh soap dispenser, but I ended up putting that back later because I couldn't find any comps for that particular one. It probably did sell pretty well, but again, I don't have as much time to comp when I'm with Tegan than I do when she's not there, so sometimes I just put things back that are more difficult and require more time to search. I thought that mug was pretty cute. It had a controller on it for like video games, but it ended up being a Dave & Buster's mug, so I put that back. Of course, I went down the pan aisle, as always. That speckled pan, I've been seeing a lot of those lately, and they do actually sell pretty well, but again, didn't have time to comp and try and figure out what brand those were today. Now this item, which you can barely see right now, is a glass elephant. I did end up taking that home, and you'll see that in my what I bought video, as well as that crystal glass I just grabbed. Of course, I went back down the trinket aisle, as I tend to wrap around each aisle several times, especially with Tegan, you gotta move pretty fast. But again, didn't really find much that would be easy and quick to comp. I did stop and look at that grill real quick, just because it looked nice, but I have a small car and there was no way that was going home with me. I did find this pot quite interesting. It was made of ceramic and I went back and forth quite a bit with it. I knew it probably was worth something, but even after using Google Lens, I couldn't figure it out, so I did end up leaving that. I still have a little bit of remorse over that piece because I just really liked it, but I have no idea if it has a good resale or not. If you know, please let me know in the comments. Now the toy aisle is less crowded now, so I did end up going back down it and looking for more stuffies. Today didn't have many stuffies. They had a few Build-A-Bears like that one I just picked up, but unfortunately they were all pretty expensive. Right there I just picked up a Thai Beanie Baby pig. He had an error on his tag, and sometimes the error tags tend to do better, so I grabbed him. Just picked up a Hugo Boss overnighter bag, and then we went back over to the glassware. That mug I just looked at is a Disneyland mug, and they do sometimes sell well, but that one had been run through a dishwasher many times and was in pretty rough condition, so I put that back. And here's Tegan asking to be taken out, and so I gave her her tablet instead. I then went back over to the Boots just to check them out again and to start comping. Here I am looking up all of the shoes that I had grabbed earlier just to see one more time if I wanted to keep them or not. So the Minnetonkas, they sell for about $25, $35, so I did decide to keep them at first, but then right before we left the store, I did put those back because I was conflicted, and we do have a lot of shoes that are just sitting right now, so I didn't want to stress Hein out unnecessarily. Those other shoes I just put back, I couldn't find any comps for, so even though they were well made, I didn't want to take a chance on them either. I did keep the Uggs, as you can see, barely in my comps. They do sell for about $45, $55. So I kept those guys. I also kept both pairs of Timberlands, and like I said earlier, Hein did end up taking the hiking boot style ones, and he's going to use those for himself. There I am checking them out one more time just to make sure there's no holes or anything that I missed earlier, because there has been times where I buy shoes that end up having holes and it just ends poorly. And here's Tegan trying to get out, but I've comped all of my items now and I've decided which ones I'm going to keep. So we're going to go return this miscellaneous cart that I found in the aisle and then continue on our way. Tegan was still in a pretty good mood at this point, so I decided to take a few more minutes to just look over a few more things, because I knew if I had to leave in a pinch, I had comped all the items I definitely wanted to comp. So it was like a mini round 2. So of course I went and looked at the purses again, saw this Guess purse, but then I realized that's something that you could probably find at Ross for about $5, so I put it back without comping it. Let me know if you think I made a mistake and should have grabbed that purse. I'm not great with purses. There's definitely various styles that I probably don't even realize their value and just keep going. So I really should spend more time comping each one, but again, with the 2-year-old shopping with you, you've got limited time. We did run down the men's clothing aisle real quick, and that's when I picked up this Dickies weatherproof jacket. It was brand new with tag, and they sell for about $30 to $40, so I did take some time to grab that. And then hang that shirt back up that Tegan dropped. And she decided she wanted to walk, so that's where we ended our day. Walking to the checkout, and we'll check back in with you guys when we get home and show you what we got. Bye for now. So Tegan and I just left the Goodwill. We spent $56 today, but we got a lot of really awesome stuff, and I can't wait to show you when we get inside. She also did so good the entire time we were there. She normally wants to leave, but she did a great job. So let's go see what we got. We're home, Tegan's watching Frozen, and I'm gonna show you guys what we got. First, I got these like new Tom's light Trek shoes. I don't remember the exact name, but I'll pop it up here. Got them for $5.99, and this exact style shoe just sold for $85. So I think that was a pretty big pickup. We'll see if ours sell for that much too. I also got some more Timberlands, which was exciting. This pair is a hiking pair. Got them for $6.99. They should sell for at least $30. And then I got another work boot pair of Timberlands that are almost identical to the other pair I got. $6.99 as well. These ones are just a smaller size. I also grabbed these sweater knit Uggs. I have not sold any of my Uggs yet, so Heinz probably going to be mad at me about this purchase, but this one I think is a pretty unique style and should sell pretty well. So let's see if I'm right or wrong, and let's see how angry Hein is this time. What else did I get? I grabbed this Temptations slow cooker. It's in really great condition, and from what I could see online, they sell for like $45, $55. This one I paid, I think, $8.99 for. Let me see. Oh, it's on the lid. $6.99, even better. So if we're able to get the price that I want for it, I'll definitely sell it, and if not, we need a slow cooker, so we'll just keep it. But I do think we should be able to make a pretty nice profit off of that. I also got this crystal glass. I'm not sure if I'm going to resell it yet or if it's going to be for Hein, but it still has the original sticker, and it's from the Czechoslovakia. So it's handmade crystal, and it looks really nice. So we'll see. I bought it for 79 cents. We'll see if Hein wants to keep it or if we're going to sell that one. I also got a brand new raincoat from Dickies. It's in excellent condition. I mean, it still has the tag on it, so that's pretty great. They sell for about $40 when they're new, and I got it for $6.99. I also grabbed this little piggy. Again, he probably doesn't sell for too much, but he does have an error on his tag. And I know the tags with errors usually go for more. So we'll see if he's one of the big sellers or not. I only spent $1 on him as well. So again, we have a daughter, so she'll play with them if we don't sell them. I also grabbed this piece, which I'm not sure if I'm going to sell it. I didn't even comp it. I just really liked it, so I grabbed it. It's a little glass, and it's pretty heavy, elephant. And it has 1981 and a 4-leaf clover on it. I'm not sure what that brand is, if it's even a brand worth noting, but I thought it was cute, and it was only 99 cents, so I kind of grabbed it because I liked it and not necessarily because it's worth money, but we'll see once I do a little bit more research on it. And the last thing I grabbed was actually the bag that I just brought this all in on. It's a Hugo Boss overnighter bag. I don't think it's ever been used because the bag still has some of this wrapping on it. It looks like it's in great condition, and I only spent $3.99 on it. And this bag, this exact bag, just sold on eBay for $40 the other day. So let's hope ours sells as well. I will let you guys know, and I'm gonna get listing.